All right. Good morning. Welcome, Optimus. Grateful to have you guys back here today. Today is the first full on trading day of September as we are going towards Q4. And after a long weekend, today we have PMI data. I'm expecting a fair amount of volatility. I've not taken a look at the markets much. Did see a little bit of the market this morning while I was at the gym, but that was about it. So Um, first things first, let's go ahead and check the reports. So we're on the right date. We've got today. So we already had LMI Logistics Redbook year over year. We had S&P Global Manufacturing PMI final that just dropped a minute or two ago. Coming up at 7 o'clock, we've got construction spending. We've got ISM manufacturing. And all of its additional reports. We've got total vehicle sales. And then at 7:10, which is kind of a weird time, we've got RCM TIP Economic Optimism Index. And then we've got the treasuries. It'll be interesting to see what's happening with the treasuries. I know I have one of those up here. Yeah, here we go. So it'd be interesting to see what's going on with the treasuries, just because the interest rates have been kind of changing a bit. So the 10-year treasury yield is actually up slightly. If we take a look at the 1 month, last was 5.4. A month ago, we were at 5.5. 3 months, we were at 5.48, 5.53. So we're kind of like consistent here. Only dropped a little bit. But I did notice that my payouts on my treasuries went down ever so slightly. So not a major change there, but something. So morning, Kevin. Good to see you. Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Today is the first day that we're going to be trading in our TopStep X funded account. So definitely, obviously, I want to be cautious and careful to trade my strategy and make sure that we're following in line with that. I do have Tradeovate up here to support me in some of the strategy that I normally do, just because a few of these indicators currently aren't on TopStep just yet. Although I do expect them to show up probably sometime in the future. I would imagine it wouldn't take too long, but we'll see. I've been pretty impressed with TopStep X's software so far, and in fact, yeah, that's all I'll say at that point right now. Market currently down almost 1%, so very bearish. I was actually expecting, while I was at the gym, I was actually expecting a reversal as we headed into the open on this double bottom here. Really is kind of a triple with the support. So it's kind of looking for that to break on through, especially because the 200 moving average is well below the volume weighted average price now at this point. But you can see the VWAP drop pretty heavily right here at the open. 200 moving average still below it. So I think it'll be a while yet before we see a real reversal. We might see one going into 7 o'clock. It's about 10 minutes away. But currently TTM is negative 6.4. So it's got a ways to go before we see a real reversal here. Kind of hovering above 5,600. And definitely it's not looking great. Let's see, 615 was popped up to 20, so this was only a $5 move. Heading into 645, and then at 645 we dumped. So currently hitting new lows, and let me find the opening range. Oh, it's like way up there. Near the high, actually, up at 65 versus 69 as the high. So we've come down substantially off of that. Market down $52, so almost 1%, 0.9594 area. So we got a long way to go before we see any sort of upward move, if we even get one. In the meantime, I'm not going to push trades. I'm just going to, do what I'm supposed to do. And just follow the market. I'm not much of a short trader, so I won't be necessarily taking any short trades. I also need to trade. I can't trade more than 2 contracts until I hit $1,500 in profit. Then I can move up to my traditional 3 contracts. Just want to make sure that I'm not violating any rules, TopStep or anything like that. Currently not seeing anything. If we don't see anything by like 7:05 or something, I'll probably shut it down. So we'll see what the next 15 minutes or so brings. The PMI data report was pretty close to forecast, but well below the prior. I believe below 50 indicates contraction. Yeah, an overall decrease below 50. I do like TradingView's calendar on this. I kind of like their old calendar just because this thing takes up half the screen. And there's just all this dead space here. And it's stuck this way. I can't like adjust it. So I'm like have to operate within this tiny little 1/3 window. This is more like 2/3 of the screen, honestly. That's a little better. Get rid of the bookmarks bar. So looking towards 7 o'clock to see if we get any sort of push. Currently not seeing anything that I like. And seeing new lows come in. That's actually a big volume spike right there. On that 15-second candle was like 6,000 contracts on that big sell-off right there. Yeah, 4,000 over 10. $9,600 over the minute. Continued sell-off happening, and the market hitting 1% now on the dip. And the 200 moving average is kind of kissing the VWAP here, so it may actually end up going above it. If it goes above it, dude, then it's straight up going to be bearish, I think, for the majority of the day. But we'll see what 7 o'clock brings. I do not have high hopes for it. So 6:55, 5 minutes now. And we may end up just not taking any trades today, and that's fine. I'd rather walk away with a 0 day than a negative day. So CTM currently sitting at negative 7.9. Pretty extended on the downside. We are hitting these lows. Kind of finding support, hopefully, off of 5,600. Or a bounce towards like 5,620. Or maybe like, even like 5,615 or so would... Nah, 5,620 is really kind of where it's at. I'd say 15 potentially. But that would give us at least some amount of push towards the upside. Currently negative 7.8 and still looking very bearish. You can see we're rejecting on silent switch here. Pretty massive rejection too. 1275 down to 7. It's like $5 rejection. My thinking is that this is going to end up being the bottom, and we get a push up to at least like 08, maybe up to like 13 or 15. So that's my thinking on this. I'm definitely not bullish on the day. So that's for sure. I'm enjoying the bid here.
Order filled.
In 2 contracts. I'm looking to get up here at 09.
Order filled.
Okay, nice. So up 319 on the day with that one trade. Only at 2 contracts on that. So that was a pretty good trade. I'm pretty happy with that trade. And I'm thinking that we're going to see a larger push. But because of the bearishness of the day, I'm not really thinking I want to push very much. Although I do see that this could likely rip up to about 17 or so. Kind of worried about a big sell-off like this, because this was like a big flash sell-off here. But we did bounce off of that 5600 zone, like 5603, and rip all the way up like $7. So I might cap it there with just that one trade. Even though it looks like I'm going to get more opportunity here, I just want to make sure that I'm, being very good with this. There's the additional opportunity that we see. That was like $5 more versus my exit. So my exit was like right here, and we came all the way up to tap 14, up 319 in our funded account right now. So we hit our $200 minimum, which is a requirement of TopStep to be considered a winning day, is to hit $200. I want to get the account up to about 1,500 so I could trade my 3 contract size that I normally do. I do believe that this is going to run up towards VWAP, so looking at 5620 as the resistance zone. There's 7 o'clock. So that's what I was worried about right there, was that exact thing. So yeah, I think I'll cap it at my one trade. Obviously there was more room in that trade, but that's okay. I don't need to grab the whole thing. I think I got a pretty good chunk of it because I bought down here around like 6 or so. I got out like 1050 or 950. So I'm going to jump over to my stats, and yeah, I'm using 2 different programs right now, but I'm going to jump over to my performance stats because what I want to see here is exactly how many ticks I grab, because I with TopStep, I'm not really using as much of the bracket orders that I used to use with Tradeovate. Instead, I'm sort of doing it by support and resistance. So that's where I'm putting my entries and exits with this. So up 319.40. So I'm guessing that's 325 tick trade. We're in that trade for between 15 and 45 seconds. Yeah, so 325 divided by 25. So we got 13 ticks on that. Pretty good trade. Pretty happy about that one. And I'm going to cap it there. I'm just going to take that one trade today. And that's fine. Number of lots traded. 2. 23 seconds was the length of that trade. And we got a big sell-off at 7 o'clock. So let's go ahead and jump into the ISM manufacturing data. So we've got the ISM, let's see, we have the PMI, here's 7 o'clock here. So we had construction spending month over month, that's down 0.3%, which is equivalent to the prior, which was also down 0.3%. So let's go ahead and pop this out. We're down 0.3% over the month that was also down 0.3%. Construction spending refers to monthly estimates of total dollar value of construction work done on new structures or improvements to existing structures for private and public sector each month in the United States. In 2016, private construction spending accounted for 75% of total spending. That's crazy, dude. And of total spending, and public for 25%. Total spending and public. That's weird. Spending in non-residential construction represented 60% of total, and residential accounted for 40%. So construction spending is pretty heavily weighted in our economy. Taking a look here, we've been going down on construction spending since March. So February was the last positive month that we had on construction spending. Since then, we dropped 0.2, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. So that is 2, half, 7, 8, 9, 1.2, and 1.5. So construction spending has dropped 1.5% in total. Obviously, this is looking at it on a cumulative. It's not looking at it from an actual percentage discount, because I don't know the actual number. But over the course of this, cumulative is 1.5% drop. Probably more than that, though, because it's based on percentages. ISM manufacturing employment, a little higher than the prior at 46, still below 50 though. And we want to see above 50 for economic expansion. Below 50 is, considered declining. Let's see what else we got. We've got manufacturing new orders. This dropped down to 44.6. ISM manufacturing PMI, a little bit of an increase there, just minimal. ISM manufacturing prices, a little bit of an increase there. And total vehicle sales. So this report dropped, but it looks like we don't have the data just yet. So I know that I've seen a lot of dealers that are kind of complaining about that. I know that some of the Fords, the Ford EVs, they were dropping them. They were trying to sell brand new trucks for $7,000 and they couldn't move them. I was like, where's that at? I'll take a $7,000 brand new truck. Just on some news report I watched yesterday, I was like, dude, where do I get a 2024 $7,000 truck? I'll take it. Good morning, Tiny. Green and get out. Yep, that's the motto. So TopStep gives me the ability to put this like trade motto in there. Maybe that's the trade motto right there. Green and get out. Green and go. All right, so I'm just gonna take one more look at the market. Yep, continuing to drop. Glad I got out, and grateful that I decided to just take the profit right there on that rip up. So good to go. All right, we're gonna call it there, and thank you guys so much for being with me. I'm grateful that we were green on our first day in our Express funded account with TopStep. So, uh, I really like the system that they have put together here because it really seems designed for retail traders in mind. In fact, you know what? We can even do our trade journal right here. So let's go ahead and add a trade journal today. Um, so let's do we're gonna do huge. All right, and then we're gonna say first day um, trading in our Express funded account. All right, today market was very bearish. Boop. As such, we decided to play it safe and wait for volume to come in and our strategy to match up with volume. We kept our trade sensible. Based on the movements of the day. I'm going to drop this down. All right, there we go. Based on the movement of the day, I'm going to say based on the price action of the day. So all in all, happy with our risk management on the day. Oop. All right, there we go. And we're gonna save that. And so now we've got trade journal. So we can actually, this is one thing I personally think is really, really cool about TopStep is that you can actually do your trade journal all in here. You've got everything that you would get from like something like TraderView. It's all just included. And it's just automatically synced with your account. So, personally, in my opinion, you know, some of the features that are in here are going to be some of the best things that you guys could use, some of the best tools that you guys could use to actually make yourself better traders. So, but yeah, all right. With all that said, thanks so much, guys, for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down, shut down the chart so I don't overtrade. Shut that down. I way overtraded on Friday. Took a big hit. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, absolutely. Have a great rest of your day. Be sure, guys, to hit that like button, subscribe. You know, if you're not already, and share this out with other people who, if you just want to share good, solid trading and just a good community and good place to be, just share it out with other people. So we'd really appreciate that. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers, and we've actually gained 6 subscribers since we restarted streaming a month ago. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate all 6 of you as well as all other 460 of you. So 466. We appreciate all of you guys. We really want to move this into about 500 traders or 500 subscribers, I should say. And yeah, so we'll keep on that grind. Thanks so much for being here, guys. We'll be here tomorrow. Bye now.